boy. She was a girl. He wasn't good enough for her. She said, see you later, boy. I said, he's a skater, boy. Whatever the fuck this song really is. What's up, y'all? This is a Daily Opinion podcast. Fact checking, no facts. Man, it's my podcast, bro. I can do whatever I want on here. And I felt that in my soul. I forgot what song that was. It's some like early 2000s joint. But that shit was popping. I don't know if it was because I never listened to that shit. I don't know what part I think it used to be in like some Disney movie. But either way, this is the Daily Opinion podcast. Fact check, not checking no facts. It's been about 2 or 3 weeks since I did one of these puppies. But you know, we about to get it going. We about to get it off. We got to get it popping. For those who don't know, I need to stop doing that lip smack thing, bro. God damn. That bitch is turned on like... I ain't ask it to not turn on like that. It's just talking wild. What I do is I go online. I tell you what's going on for the week. Now, seeing that I haven't done this for a few weeks, as I just said, that means we're going over a lot of shit today. So hopefully I don't have to talk for motherfucking an hour. Usually I keep it to 30 minutes because I ain't making no money off of this shit. And time is money. It's money is time. But we're going to get into it. So number one, first off, congrats NBA. Well, number one, Tina Turner. Sorry that she passed away. You know, famous person, great singer, 5 seconds. All right, yeah, that was sad, and that was a lot. I didn't even think she was sick or nothing. That was crazy out of nowhere. I wasn't a Tina Turner fan like that, but I mean, she's been through a lot. But also, she had a lot of money, so I mean, I'm still gonna, you know what I'm saying, fuck with the dead and shit. So yeah, here, so. This girl, I know this isn't like news right here, but I was just, you know, looking at the shit. This girl going to college or something, she could have been in high school, I don't know. But she got a 0 on the assignment because she used the word biological woman. So the teacher was like, yeah, that's like a not cool word to say. And she gave her a 0 on her assignment. I know for myself, I'm taking that shit straight up to the motherfucking, the top head of the college. Because, like, you can't outlaw if I'm trying to get a point across, you can't outlaw a word that I can say, because in my mind I'm like, then that's number one, un-American as hell. Like, that's not what America stood for, to not, you know what I'm saying, to try to stop people from saying what they believe is best for the country and stop saying things that they believe in. You know, like, if racist people can go out there and spew racist shit as long as they don't hurt anybody, like, hey, say your ideals, get fired from your job, my bro, like, do what you need to do. But yeah, that's ridiculous. And the crazy thing is that the teacher even gave her like a little comment that said, like, her report wasn't bad, or her I don't know what it's called. It was a solid proposal. However, the terms biological woman or exclusionary and not allowed in this course as they further reinforce heterosexuality, which is crazy to me, because it's like, you shouldn't be reinforcing or pushing back. Like, because I'm still cool. Like, I'm very cool with homosexuality, because I don't think that shit's it's not a choice. Like, it's just who you are. You're born with it. Because I know for myself, I don't choose to like girls. It's just within me. I don't choose to like video games. I don't choose to like basketball. It's just something that is attracted to me from what my mindset is. So if you're like, that's why I'm like questioning any dude that, like, anyone that says that it's a choice. I'm like, so you can just like the other race or like the other gender then, huh? And if, like, it has to be yes, like, because if you if you believe that's how sexuality works, then I mean, that's the only way that it could possibly be. If I look at you and then I'm like, well, you like girls, is it, you know, a choice for you to like females? And if they say no, then I'm like, well, how come you can't look at a gay guy and say, like, it's not the choice for him to like males? But then also, if you say yes, that you can prefer men over women, I'm like, that means you're bisexual, bro. And this other person over here is bisexual too, but he's just going for the dudes for right now. Like, it's just a crazy argument, and that, I don't know, it shows how fucking retarded people are, because it don't even make any sense. It really don't. But yeah, I mean, hopefully this thing gets turned back. It gets, like, you know, I mean, it seemed like it was a very minor thing, but still, like, you can't have teachers saying you can't use certain words. Like, no, that's not how this works. Whatever words I need to use is what it is for me to get my point across. Like, it is what it is. And that's the thing. Her course was about if it would be beneficial to allow trans women into biological women's sports. So it's like, how else am I supposed to present this argument without knowing what by? And it's so crazy. I can't get into this. I'm not making the podcast about this shit. I'm not making it about no religious stuff. I'm just gonna make it about interesting points, funny points, or whatever. And that shit's not funny. It just blows my mind. Like, bro, do you like girls? Yeah. Could you like dudes? And then they just freeze it, like, what the fuck is wrong with you, dummy? But yeah, we're gonna move on to the next point. So this one is probably another unfunny one, but again, it makes my head. It makes my I don't even know what it's called. My head's spinning right now. That's what it is. My head's spinning. I couldn't even think about the whole phrase head spinning. But so, I don't know if y'all have seen this. Let me see if I can find this little thing in my phone, because it's somewhere on here. Oh yeah, DC Young Fly's wife passed away, which is terrible. Okay. This one is bonkers to me. I got to make a video on it. Former Florida State star Travis Rudolph is on trial for murder. He allegedly his alleged girlfriend attacked him and then proceeded to, okay, whatever, doesn't matter. His name is Travis Rudolph. So this is what happened. So the girlfriend tells, like, this is how the story just starts off. This is like the and boom point, like, and boom, like, girlfriend hits up her brothers saying, like, hey, this dude is beating me and he's cheating on me. Like, come over here and shoot his shit up. So the brothers go over to Travis's house, right? Brothers go over to Travis's house, his own property. And then they bang on the door, and Travis shoots at them, and then kills one of the people. Right? Shoots at them, kills one of the people, and it's like, okay, that we see what happens. Number one, the woman already looks bad. Why are you sending your fucking brothers, aunts, and uncles to do any of this shit? It doesn't make any sense. Second of all, it turns out that she said that Travis was hitting her, which is what prompted the boyfriend or the brothers and uncle to come over, right? Turns out he wasn't hitting her, she was hitting him, right? And she was mad that he was cheating on her because they have a doorbell camera, so they see all of this. She lies, like, to everybody, it seems like. She lies, says he was hitting her. Turns out she was hitting him because he had cheated on her. And so people are like, man, don't fuck around with this nigga. That's why you don't play with people. But she's cheating on her own husband with Travis. You know, and Travis is a NFL player or something. He played like 2 seasons or something like that. But yeah, so I'm like, that's crazy. But the craziest part to me, number one, is that this lady, she's being judged in court. Like, you know, she's up on the stand in court. And so, like, I'm like, you should be the person being tried right now. Like, if you can't tell people to go somewhere to kill somebody, to shoot his shit up, and then somehow not get tried for that. Like, if I were to go text some of my friends and be like, hey, go get this nigga over here, and then they go and try to do it, and then one of them dies in the commission of doing that, like, you're gonna go to jail. Like, you can't do that. And even there was a girl, like, long ago, where her boyfriend had suicidal thoughts and I guess suicidal tendencies, and he would always text her like, you know, I'm gonna kill myself today, da 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 da. And after a while, she just wanted to play with him and be like, why don't you do it? You should kill yourself today, da da da. And then, like, there was text messages of her egging him on for suicide, and then he kills himself, and she goes to jail. Well, I'm not sure how long, but she goes to jail for it. So I'm like, this is literally what that. And you know, I don't know if y'all deal with crime and shit, but like, I know with, like, if someone were to rob a store, right, and then, you know, run out the store, and when police chase them, they accidentally, like, shoot and kill their friend. Like, let's say it's 2 people, and then the police shoot and kill one person. The other person that robbed the store along with the dead friend, they also go to jail. Like, they go to jail for murder, I'm sorry, because it's, like, in commission of a felony. Like, and that's a felony. I feel like that's a felony, going over there and trying to shoot his shit up usually means like, hey, shoot this nigga. Like, because she was saying it, because the lawyer even asked her about it. She was like, don't you remember saying shoot this shit up? And she's like, yeah, but I was just so out of it. I didn't mean anything that would hurt him. It's like, if you ever playing with guns, like, you never do like, I don't know anyone that plays with guns non-lethally. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're a police officer, they tell you to shoot straight for the chest. If you have a gun when you're a gangbanger or something, you're not doing that shit just for, you know what I'm saying, just to shoot people's legs and be like, ha, like now it hurts a lot. Like, you're gonna still live. Like, you going for the kill. So that's why I'm like, how is this not some sort of, like, it's not RICO, but like in commission of, or like, you know, doing something towards, because you can't commission a fucking murder and not get tried for it. That doesn't make any sense to me. Like, but hopefully she does get tried and does go to jail, because it's just sad. And that's the thing. Like, I talked about this in one of my other episodes, just like she's hurt because like the dude's been beating on her. So like, let's say you're the uncle or the brothers and you're hearing this shit. And it's like, okay, this nigga was beating on my sister. We're going to go over his house and beat his ass and maybe shoot him. It's going to be like, you're going to go to jail for the rest of your life, my nigga. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't have any sisters or anything like that, but I'm like, is it worth it? And number two, I'll be like, get away from, like, don't fuck with him no more. Like, why are you doing that? You have a husband. Don't fuck with this nigga no more. You're cheating on your husband for a nigga that beat you, and you want me to come over there and kill the nigga so I go to jail, and then what, you're happy for a little bit? Like, because you're sad for a small amount. Like, I mean, again, maybe it's because she's getting beat, because if my mom was getting beat, it's like, okay, I'm going to go over there and fight the nigga, but I'm not going to kill him. I'm not going to go over there to his own house and try to shoot him. And number two, like, I'm like, she probably knows if he has guns in the house, right? So she's sending 3 of her own blood and family to his house to do something to them. She don't care about her fucking family. She has to know that this nigga has guns in the house. I think he started with an M16. You don't just miss an AR-15 if you fucking some guy and you around his house and shit. You're going to see a gun like that somewhere, you know? So, I don't know. It's bonkers to me that, like, this isn't getting more press. And I don't know, again, the same thing that deals with like the whole lying in order to get a murder done. Like, come on, bro. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. Whatever, fuck it. Doesn't matter. Just another case of people lying and people dying. It is what it is. Happens every fucking day. But yeah, that stuff is sad. And again, bro, like, if you got a sister or something, tell her off rip if you think this dude is gonna beat her, because like, I don't have any homeboys that beat on their lady. So I'm like, either there gotta be like some sort of way to see it. Because that's the thing, I can see some red flags on a girl and I can be like, okay, I'll stay and see how deep this rabbit hole goes, but I know it's red flags, you know what I'm saying? But I'm also not going to cry about it later on and be like, oh, da-da-da-da. It's like, yeah, like, I seen something was going on. Like, so I got to take that as my own, like, don't do that next time. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to get my fucking mom to go and kill some lady so that one person's dead and then the person that I love is in jail for the rest of her life or for 25 years, whatever it is. So, yeah, ridiculous. I don't get it. Huge news for me, at least, because I watch Undisputed pretty much every day. Or whenever, well, yeah, every day. I mean, I don't watch the whole episode, but I watch the, what them things called, the YouTube videos. But Shannon Sharp has reached a buyout with FS1 and Undisputed and will end his partnership with Skip Bayless. Yeah, I was waiting for this to happen. After that whole blow up with Shannon Sharp on the air where, you know, Skip was taking them personal shots and he's like, why are you always taking this shit personal? Like, yeah, I was waiting on this to happen because that can only happen for a few times, especially to someone that's what's the word for it? Like, not honored, but a good play, like, you know, a very good, he's in the Hall of Fame. He's a Hall of Fame player, and you're relating him. That's like relating Shaq to Michael Jordan. It's like, bro, at the end of the day, I'm still motherfucking Shaq. Like, I was the truth out there on the court. I don't know how good Shannon Sharp was. Honestly, I never, watched him play in the NFL, but still, like, that's just, and Skip Bayless he don't need to say nothing sports like, bro. I don't give a fuck if he writes about it. I don't give a fuck. Like, I feel like you need to have like a background in it before anything. But hey, is what it is. But yeah, I mean, all to Shannon. I'm gonna follow him wherever he goes because his takes are what they are. You know, I understand he's a LeBron bandwagoner. he can't do anything wrong. And I thought that was like mainly the back and forth that he had with Skip was because they were like, okay, Skip hates LeBron. We're going to make you love him. So just like, love LeBron, go to his games, hype him up and everything like that. Because he is we do have things with the NBA. So, you know what I'm saying? I thought someone was behind me. I had to go check that shit real quick. Motherfucking that lady trying to come in with her brothers and shit, trying to get me. But yeah, no. Ain't with it. I forgot what I was saying. That shit scared the hell out of me. Let me take this drink. Son. All right, we're just going to keep it moving. Right. I could bring it back and, actually try to get it right, but who cares? Prayers up to DC Young Fly's partner. I'm not sure what her name is. Jackie O reportedly passed away after having like a surgery. She has 3 kids with DC Young Fly. That's sad. I'll give her five seconds. But yeah, I didn't really. My girl knows about her for some reason. I never heard of her before. But either way, them BBLs they say is the most dangerous procedure. That has the highest like fatality rate. I don't know how truthful that is because there's procedures where they take your heart out your body, and I'm like that has to be like more dangerous. But I don't know. Injecting fat into different areas, I guess, is no bueno. Here. So fastest girl in Connecticut is suing after losing to transgender athletes. Yeah, I don't everything. I feel like I'm very progressive. I'm like progressive on a logical scale. Like once it starts getting out the realm of logic, it just doesn't make sense to me. And I don't think that it makes sense to anyone else either. It only makes sense to the people that is benefiting. But like if you're a transgender athlete, in my mind, I'm like, if there are so many transgender athletes, why don't they just like, why not just make it a rule to, like you have to go to the men's side of things? Because we can agree, because even with the NBA and WNBA, it's like, yeah, WNBA players, I feel like they'll even tell you like we can't match up athletically with men. Like we can have as good form and everything like that. We just can't do things as fast as them. We don't have as much power as them. Like we're on a lower tier, like just athletically. Not saying that they can't do anything like they want to do, like me, motherfucking. I got things in my mind that I want to do NBA style, but my body's not physically capable of doing it. Like I'm just not built like that. Same as like these other females. So like I don't understand why, if you're a transgender athlete, why don't you just go to the male section of like the athleticism spectrum? You know what I'm saying? Like people only have a problem when men go to the women's side, but they don't care if women go to the men's side. So why don't they just make it a rule to just go to the men's side since it appeals to all people? I don't know. And it doesn't make any sense because like, I mean, shoot, Joe Rogan's been preaching this shit for years. It's like, if motherfucker been on steroids for the past 20 years, maybe it's 15 years, and then you put him in with like other people that haven't been on steroids, i.e. like testosterone, because dudes is getting testosterone. And even if you get those testosterone blockers, like you still have built up that muscle, that bone density, that everything else compared to like the women that haven't. Not saying that those women can't match them or keep up with them on a skill level or even a physicality level. I'm just saying it makes it a lot easier. Because I mean, the fact that swimmer boy back in the day, he was like placed 700th in boys swimming or whatever, and then as soon as he went to the girl side, was the number 1 swimmer, busting all the fucking state and regional records. It's like, yeah, clearly this shows like a top 700 ain't nothing to like, sniff at or whatever. But clearly you ain't like super elite. Like you're high up there. Honestly, I don't even know how many guys are swimming. If there's only 1,000 guys swimming and you on the lower 50%, bro, I don't know. I don't know nothing about swimming. But it just isn't fair. And I know if especially if my daughter or something was super great at some sort of sport, and she's just getting blown out the water because some transgender athlete like blows him out. I'm gonna be like, why isn't he going with the boys? He was with the boys the entire time. I don't know. I don't think that's very fair at all. And it doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't. Oh, this lady is fastest girl in Connecticut, but she's 20 years old. I don't know. Whatever, doesn't matter. Does not matter. John Morant. I don't even care about that stuff. Sweden officially declares sex as a sport. First to hold first European sex championship. That jank about to get freaky. And wherever I just said, I put my phone away too quick. In Denver, in Europe, European, Sweden. That's what it is. Europe. That's funny. I'd watch it. I'd 100% watch it. But they were saying the shit was going to go on for like 6 hours or something like that. Here it is. I'm just going to read it. Sweden has officially made sex a sport and plans to host a sex competition next week. Participants will have sex positions that can last up to 6 hours a day, and winners will be chosen by judges in the audience. The European Sex Championship will start on June 8th for six weeks. What are they about to be doing for 6 weeks? Participants will engage in sexual activities daily, and the audience's views will also influence the contest outcome. The winners will be determined based on factors like couple chemistry, sex knowledge, and stamina. Yeah, bro, you about to be beating that pussy out the motherfucking frame. Like, because that's the thing. I don't know if because there's like finesse and skillsmanship. So like, if you just stroking it like, a fish flopping on water, you know what I'm saying, and you just kind of getting in there, is that different than some dude just going jackhammer on it for 6 hours just straight? Like, I'd love to know, because that's like Shaq. Like, Shaq, I feel like, would just be a jackhammer, 6 hours straight, crazy stamina, just boom, 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 hard. But there's no love in it. He doesn't have any passion in his eyes. He's just trying to get that nut. But 6 hours, that's a lot. Versus a dude that's like caressing and going slow and dun, dun. I don't know. I was about to try to do a beat, but I forgot I don't know how to beatbox. But yeah, so I'd love to see how they actually do it, and I'll definitely be watching it. If it's up for 6 weeks, I mean, that's a month and a half. No one can fuck for a month and a half straight. I don't care who you are. You know what? But that's the thing. I remember back in the day, they used to have that lady, or they used to want to break the records where it was a lady having sex with the most people possible within a day. And like one girl went through like 900 dudes. Number one, I don't know how you don't get STD. Like whoever the team is that did the STD test, like they deserve a round of applause because they was getting in and out. You know what I'm saying? But I kind of like that one a little bit more. How many dudes can you fuck in a day? But that's the thing. Dudes will just go there and like just fuck like 30 girls as quick as they could and then, get out of there. Yeah. That just shows you how disgusting guys are. I wonder if there was a dude that was like, how many girls can we have sex with in one day? How many girls would show up to that one? Because, I mean, like, imagine like who's like a hot sex star or porn star, like Lana Rhoades. Because it would have to be like a white girl, because I don't think black girls get a lot of love. Because I seen like this thing online where it showed you like black men, white men, Asian men, and whatever the fuck else men, other men maybe. And then they also had the same side for girls, and then they had different drawings depending, like showing like who the girls like. So like, most girls like white men, and then most guys like Asian women, because I guess that's like some fetish shit. And I think this is like Tinder based, so it's not like it's I think Tinder right now is pretty much like a, fuck site. So it's not really like, hey, do you want to be with this person forever? But like most of the guys wanted Asian women. And then they also showed which other, like black women weren't even liked. Black women were the least liked of all the women groups. I don't think they weren't favorite to anyone, because I think the black men were going for the white women and black women were going for black men. You know what I'm saying? Because Asian women went for white men, and I think on the guy side, it was Latino was the third one, not other. It was Latin. But I don't remember. I don't fucking remember, bro. But yeah, pretty much the black girls and I think it was Asian men were the only two that weren't like, that were on the lowest of the men and women scales, which is crazy. How'd I get into this conversation? What was I talking about? Sex. Oh. Yeah, I don't know how the fuck that even matters. But yeah, the sex competition will be lit, especially if it's going on for a month and a half. Like, I'll be able to catch a few. I'll at least be able to catch the highlights, do a nice little stroke, bust quick or something. Be like, oh, he's out of there too quick. This is crazy. This this man grabbed someone's baby and is like running down the street in it's in a stroller, and apparently like he stole one of his ops' kids and then threw the whole baby, like, and it's not a baby, it's like a toddler, so he's might like two or three. He threw him in the trash. He threw him in the trash on some random street, and it's crazy because the baby's crying and there's trash on top of him. But yeah, people are wild nowadays. That's why I stay at home, bro. Just gotta stay at home, my bro. Yeah. Other than that, I think that's it. I know it's been 2 or 3 weeks, but I'm only keeping this shit to 30 minutes until I start making some motherfucking bread because I got other things to make. Got some drawings to do. But yeah, all right, y'all. It's been real. It's been fun. Hopefully you enjoyed this. I know this week wasn't particularly funny, but hey, it's at least a little something to break up the monotony of the day. But hey, love y'all. Don't be a dickhead to people. Love the people around you. You never know how long they're going to be alive for, how long you're going to be alive for. So just enjoy it. Just enjoy your time. And that's the end of it. See you.